Hello guys. Well, I had to turn off the engine so you can hear me. Um Welcome once again to my YouTube channel. This is the video part 2 of the charging system, as I did about a few weeks ago. I did a part 1 a few weeks ago, and I promised to update you guys on what I find after I get the remaining parts to build the charging system. Well, I have both good news and bad news for you. Um, uh, okay, I'll start with the good news. um, I got a part, and after I did all the connections, it worked. I would say it worked, yeah. And the bad news is I wasn't able to actually charge the battery. The battery I use is a 18650 battery, 4 of that, and I connect them in series, giving me 16.8, but it's currently dying. Like, the internal resistance is coming, so now if I charge it fully, it's just around 15.9 volts, and I could not charge it. This is because lithium-ion batteries actually need current or constant voltage and current in order for them to be able to charge properly. So that could not actually work effectively. And then if you can, I don't know if you can see clearly. If you can look inside, let me see. I'm gonna turn this a bit more to the side. Yeah. Um. So the bottom one here, this is um the rectifier circuit, and then the one at the top is the that is the voltage step up circuit. Okay, and then it does the charging as well. But then I realized that the load that was coming on top was just too much. It didn't work. I took it to church. After I closed from church, I wanted to start it. It won't start. I again also noticed that there was a reduction in RPM, and so usually when it idles around 2100 RPM. But when this was connected, the RPM was reading around 900 thereabout, and I also noticed there was a loss in torque, and so I I managed to get it to church, but then it did work, ran well on the way, and but on my way back when I wanted to come, after I did everything to start it, it won't start, so I had to finally take off the cable, I mean the wires. So here is the wire that I connect to the rectifier, and this is the output which I've put over there. That's the output, the positive terminal. Well, this is AC, so it actually doesn't have a positive, but that's one of the terminals. And then the other one is the ground, or the body of the engine. So what I had to do was to lose this before the engine could start. So that is the experience that I've had so far, and so I can't. That's why I said I can't really tell. Um, I can't recommend. Yeah, can I recommend this? I really just can't recommend. Not quite. But if you intend to run some lightweight LED headlights that won't consume much current, I think you can try it out and see if it works for you. However, no matter what, you are going to lose some amount of power regardless, no matter how little you draw. So for me, I'm going to take this thing off because it didn't work as expected. It worked for a while, and then it won't allow the engine to start again, and that is not why, or that is not what I want. So I may just have to be continuously charging the battery like I used to. When it runs low, I take it off, and I charge it and I put it back. It's kind of work, but I think it's high time these two-stroke engines get some upgrade like Jelly. I feel they should come with some enough power to and a charging system or a lighting system or something. I don't know why they just keep every company just keep producing the same thing over and over again without considering that. Yeah, because some of us would like to really have a lighting system without a battery, or even if there's a battery, you can't charge the battery. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, this is my experience. So if you are considering buying the Magneto coil that has separate windings for lighting and then ignition, well, these are some of the things you have to expect. You are going to. I thought maybe the coils are separate, so it's actually not going to affect performance. But I was wrong. I was wrong. Sometimes some people do tap the lighting connection from the how do we call it, the ignition output, and that definitely will reduce your performance. And this does the same, not much different. Oh, not that different. The only thing is that that actually puts out more than 12 volts, but this does put out around just around 12 volts for you. That's the only difference. But if you tap it and you connect it to a closed circuit, you're gonna have a great reduction in performance. That for sure. You must be ready for it. So um, that is all for today's own, and I think it helps someone. I believe and I hope that it helps someone out there. If you're actually considering getting one of these, as for me, I'm gonna take it off because it just didn't go according to. There is another one that I think people have been in fixing that has it's a separate generator on its own with its own coil. You put it somewhere here, and then you pass the wires out. And for that, it's recommended you put whatever load you are going to put on it should be less than 10 watts. I don't know if that's going to work effectively. If anybody has used it before, well, fine. I wish I could get one and then make a review about it. Unfortunately, eBay doesn't ship to my part of the world. Even if I tried getting that, it's going to really be a tough one. The cost involved won't be an easy one. So I just won't be able to do that. I really wish I would, I could. But however, I'll still be looking for alternative ways to be able to power my lighting system um, whilst I'm riding or something like that. But if you guys have any other recommendations, another one would be to use a dynamo. Uh, Somehow I feel it's old-fashioned in a way, but well, I'll think of other things, whatever it is that will work for me effectively. I think I would consider that. So right now I'll be going home. Once I get home, I'm taking this box off. Yes, it's of no use now. It could not do what I expected it to. So that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching till this point. If you are new to the channel, please do well to subscribe because I'm going to be posting more videos about motorized bikes, and very soon I'll be doing a full review about this dashboard or meter, multifunctional meter. I did some reviews in the past, but I'm now going to delve deep into unboxing it and all that I've experienced over the years. I've been using it for almost a year now, and then my experience that I've had with it, I'm going to share everything with you. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And if you like this video, if you like what I'm doing here, please do well to like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, like I said, please do well to subscribe because there are more contents coming. Thank you so much. It's your boy New Hope. See you I think in about a week or so. Yeah, I will be posting. Okay, well, see you soon. Thanks so much. Bye bye.